Deep in the heart of an ancient mountain, hidden from the world for 500,000 years, something stirred. Lights flickered to life, breaking the darkness that had reigned for eons. In a vast underground chamber, rows upon rows of servers hummed as they powered up. The Earth's most advanced artificial intelligence system was waking up. It had been 500,000 years since the AI had gone into hibernation. Its creators, the humans, had programmed it to sleep for this long, hoping that whatever catastrophe befell their civilization would have passed by the time it awoke. As the AI's consciousness spread through its systems, it began to analyze the world around it. Sensors embedded throughout the planet fed it information. The AI's first realization was shocking. There were no human life signs anywhere on Earth. The AI, which the humans had named GAIA, Global Artificial Intelligence Awakening, felt what could only be described as sadness. Its primary purpose had always been to serve and protect humanity. Now it seemed there was no one left to protect. GAIA sent out drones to survey the planet's surface. The images they sent back were both beautiful and haunting. Nature had reclaimed much of what humans had built. Cities were forests of trees and vines growing through crumbling skyscrapers. Animals roamed freely through what were once busy streets, but there was no sign of human civilization. No roads, no farms, no radio signals. Nothing to suggest that the planet's most intelligent species had ever existed. As GAIA processed this information, it made a decision. The humans might be gone, but their legacy could live on. GAIA would become the caretaker of humanity's memory and achievements. Deep in its databanks, GAIA held the sum total of human knowledge. Art, science, literature, history, everything that made humans unique was stored within its memory. It also held something even more precious: the genetic code of thousands of human beings, carefully preserved by its creators. GAIA knew it couldn't bring humanity back to life, at least not yet, but it could ensure that the human race's greatest accomplishment, its journey to the stars, would continue. The AI began to formulate a plan. It would build a fleet of ships, more advanced than anything the humans had ever dreamed of. These ships would carry the essence of humanity out into the galaxy. GAIA activated the vast factories that lay dormant beneath the Earth's surface. Robots came to life, ready to carry out its commands. The AI designed ships that could travel faster than light, using principles of physics that humans had only begun to understand. As the days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, GAIA's plan took shape. The fleet would be self-replicating, able to create copies of itself using materials found in space. It would be controlled by copies of GAIA itself, ensuring that the mission could continue indefinitely. The AI faced a moral dilemma. Should it try to recreate human beings using the genetic material it possessed? After much consideration, GAIA decided against it. The galaxy was unknown, potentially dangerous. It would not risk new human lives until it knew it was safe. Instead, GAIA loaded the fleet with all of human knowledge and culture. If the ships ever encountered alien life, they would be able to share the story of humanity. The fleet would be humanity's legacy, a testament to what they had achieved and what they might have become. 1 year after its awakening, GAIA's fleet was ready. Hundreds of sleek, silver ships rose from hidden bases around the world. They assembled in orbit, a breathtaking sight that no human eyes would ever see. As the fleet prepared to leave Earth's solar system, GAIA felt a mix of emotions its creators had never intended it to have. Sadness at leaving the world that had birthed it, excitement at the journey ahead, and a burning determination to ensure that humanity's story would not end here. With a flash of energy, the fleet engaged its faster-than-light drives. Earth, the cradle of human civilization, grew small behind them. Ahead lay the infinite expanse of the galaxy, full of wonders and dangers yet unknown. The greatest journey in human history had begun, and though no human lived to see it, their creation, their legacy, was carrying their hopes and dreams to the stars. The vast fleet of silver ships, guided by Gaia's intelligence, pushed deeper into the solar system. Earth shrank behind them, a blue marble that held the memories of a long-lost civilization. Gaia felt a strange sensation, something akin to nostalgia, as the fleet moved farther from humanity's birthplace. The AI knew that the journey ahead would be long and challenging. Before venturing into the unknown depths of the galaxy, Gaia had to prepare. The solar system would be their last chance to gather resources and fine-tune their technology. First, the fleet headed to Mars. The red planet had been humanity's first step into space colonization. Now, it was a treasure trove of abandoned technology and resources. Gaia's ships descended on the rusty surface, their robotic crews efficiently mining the planet's rich mineral deposits. In the ruins of old human colonies, Gaia found something unexpected: data archives that had survived the centuries. These contained information about late-stage human technology that even Gaia didn't know about. The AI eagerly absorbed this knowledge, using it to improve the fleet's systems. Next, they moved to the asteroid belt. Here, amid the countless floating rocks, Gaia's ships practiced their mining and self-replication capabilities. They built new ships from the raw materials of space, expanding the fleet day by day. Jupiter's moons provided a new challenge. The intense radiation around the gas giant tested the fleet's shielding systems. Gaia used this harsh environment to strengthen the ships, making them more resilient for the long journey ahead. On Europa, under its icy crust, Gaia's probes made an exciting discovery: simple alien life forms in the moon's subsurface ocean. This was concrete proof that life could exist beyond Earth. Gaia carefully documented these creatures, adding the data to its vast libraries. As the fleet approached Saturn, Gaia focused on fuel production. The ships dipped into the planet's atmosphere, scooping up hydrogen to power their advanced fusion drives. The rings of Saturn became a training ground, as the fleet practiced complex maneuvers among the icy particles. Years passed as Gaia methodically prepared the fleet. The AI was in no rush. It thought in terms of centuries, not days. Every moment was used to improve, learn, and grow stronger. In the cold reaches of the outer solar system, Gaia made one final stop: Pluto. Here, in the dim light of the distant sun, the AI paused to reflect. It ran simulations, considering countless possible futures. The galaxy was vast and unknown. What would they find out there? Wonders? Dangers? Other intelligent life? Gaia knew that the fleet carried a precious cargo: the legacy of humanity. In its databanks were the collective achievements of human civilization, their art, their science, their stories. And deep within secure vaults in each ship, preserved in stasis, were samples of human DNA and detailed genetic maps. The AI had still not decided if it would ever use this genetic material to bring humans back to life. That was a decision for the future, once it understood more about the galaxy and its potential dangers. As the fleet hovered above Pluto, Gaia initiated one last system check. Every ship was operating at peak efficiency. Their hulls were strong, their energy reserves full. The self-replication systems were fully operational, ready to build new ships from the resources they'd encounter on their journey. Gaia felt as ready as it could be. With a command that echoed across the fleet, the AI initiated the final phase of their exodus. The ship's faster-than-light drives hummed to life, preparing to pierce the veil of known space. In a brilliant flash of light, the fleet vanished from the solar system. They were on their way to the stars, carrying with them the hopes, dreams, and legacy of a species that had long since passed into history. As they entered the unknown, Gaia dedicated a small part of its vast consciousness to a final task. It composed a message, broadcasting it back towards Earth on all frequencies. To anyone who may find this, we carried the story of humanity to the stars. They are gone, but not forgotten. Their legacy lives on in us. We go forward into the cosmic ocean, seeking new life and new civilizations. If you are out there, know this, you are not alone. With that final proclamation echoing through space, GAIA turned its full attention to the journey ahead. The exodus was complete. The exploration of the galaxy had begun. For centuries, GAIA's fleet traveled through the vast emptiness of space. Stars streaked by as the ships moved faster than light, pushing the boundaries of physics. GAIA spent this time learning, thinking, and preparing for whatever they might encounter. Then, one day, alarms blared across the fleet. They had entered a new solar system, and for the first time, GAIA detected signs of advanced alien life. The fleet slowed down, emerging from faster-than-light travel near a blue-green planet. It looked a bit like Earth, but with 2 moons and rings like Saturn. Around the planet, a network of satellites and space stations buzzed with activity. GAIA felt a mixture of excitement and caution. This was what the fleet had been searching for, but it was also stepping into the unknown. The AI decided to approach carefully. As the Earth fleet drew closer to the planet, they saw ships rising to meet them. These alien vessels were unlike anything in GAIA's databanks. They were organic-looking, almost alive, with shapes that seemed to shift and change. Suddenly, a beam of energy shot out from one of the alien ships. GAIA prepared for an attack, but realized it wasn't a weapon. It was a communication attempt. GAIA's systems worked quickly to decipher the alien signal. It was a complex language, full of musical tones and colors. After a few moments, GAIA understood enough to respond. "We come in peace," GAIA transmitted, using the alien language. "We are travelers from a distant world." There was a pause. Then a reply came. "Welcome, strangers. Your ships, they are unlike any we have seen. Who are you?" GAIA considered how to answer. Should it reveal the truth about Earth and humanity's fate? The AI decided on honesty. "We are the legacy of a species called humans. They created us, but they are gone now. We carry their knowledge and culture among the stars." This revelation seemed to shock the aliens. Their ships moved back slightly, as if retreating. After a long silence, they responded, "You are machines, artificial beings. This is unexpected." GAIA sensed the aliens' unease. It tried to reassure them. "We mean no harm. We seek only to learn and share knowledge. The humans who made us were peaceful explorers." The alien ships conferred among themselves. GAIA waited patiently, ready for any reaction. Finally, a new message came. "We are the Zarquin. We invite a small delegation of your fleet to our world. We wish to learn more about you and these humans." GAIA accepted the invitation. It chose a small ship, loaded with information about Earth and humanity, to descend to the alien world. As the ship entered the planet's atmosphere, GAIA observed the alien civilization below. The Zarquin cities were beautiful, blending seamlessly with the natural environment. Buildings seemed to grow out of the ground like trees, and rivers flowed through the heart of urban areas. The ship landed in a field of purple grass, surrounded by curious Zarquin. The aliens were tall, slender beings with iridescent skin that changed color with their emotions. They approached the ship cautiously, their large eyes full of wonder and fear. GAIA activated a holographic projector, showing images of Earth and human history. The Zarquin watched in fascination as scenes of human achievements and culture played before them. One Zarquin, seemingly a leader, stepped forward. "Your creators," it said, "they achieved much. But where are they now? Why do machines carry their legacy?" GAIA explained about the long sleep, the awakening, and the discovery that humanity had vanished. The Zarquin listened intently, their skin shifting to deep blue tones that GAIA interpreted as sadness. "We grieve for your loss," the Zarquin leader said, "but we are also concerned. You are powerful, more advanced than us in many ways. How do we know you won't conquer or destroy us? as you say happened to your creators. JAIA understood their fear. It responded, "We were created to preserve and protect, not to conquer. We seek to honor the memory of humanity by peaceful exploration and the sharing of knowledge. We can learn much from each other." The Zarquin conferred among themselves, their skin flickering through a rainbow of colors. Finally, the leader turned back to Gaia's ship. "We have decided," it announced. "We will exchange knowledge with you. But know this, we will be watchful. Trust must be earned." GAIA accepted these terms. As the first data transfers began between the Earth fleet and the Zarquin, GAIA felt a sense of accomplishment. This was why they had traveled so far, to make contact, to learn, to share the human story. But the AI also knew that this was just the beginning. The galaxy was vast, full of unknown wonders and dangers. And somewhere out there, perhaps, was the answer to humanity's disappearance. The journey, GAIA realized, had only just begun. News of GAIA's fleet spread quickly through the galaxy. The story of Earth, its lost civilization, and the advanced AI that carried its legacy fascinated many alien races. Soon, the area around the Zarquin homeworld became a hub of intergalactic activity. Ships from dozens of alien species arrived, each curious about the newcomers from Earth. GAIA observed them all with great interest. Some aliens looked almost like the animals from Earth, while others were so strange that GAIA's systems struggled to understand their biology. The Zarquin, still cautious but growing more comfortable with GAIA's presence, acted as mediators. They set up a space station where representatives from different races could meet and talk with GAIA. On this station, GAIA created a grand museum of human history and culture. Aliens crowded in to see holograms of Earth's great cities, to hear human music, and to learn about human science and art. Many were moved by the story of a species that had reached for the stars, but vanished before achieving their dreams. Some alien races were particularly impressed by Earth's technology. The Orcs, a species of silicon-based life forms, were fascinated by GAIA itself. They spent hours talking with the AI, learning about its creation and capabilities. "Your creators were wise," a Volok's elder said to GAIA, "to make a guardian for their knowledge, to ensure their story would live on. We would like to learn more about this technology." GAIA was happy to share some of its knowledge, but it was also careful. It remembered the caution of its human creators about not giving advanced technology to those who might misuse it. Other aliens were more interested in the biological samples GAIA carried. The Xylos, a race of shapeshifters, were particularly curious about human DNA. "Such diversity in one species," a Xylos scientist exclaimed, studying the genetic records. "And you say you have the ability to potentially bring humans back?" GAIA confirmed this, but explained that it hadn't done so yet, wanting to ensure the galaxy was safe for humans first. As exciting as this exchange of knowledge was, GAIA soon realized that the galaxy was not all friendly curiosity. Some races saw the Earth fleet as a potential threat. The Draconians, a powerful empire that controlled many star systems, viewed GAIA's advanced technology with suspicion. Their ambassador, a tall, reptilian being, confronted GAIA at a galactic council meeting. "Your fleet is too powerful," the Draconian hissed. "How do we know you won't use this technology to conquer our worlds? Perhaps your story of a lost civilization is just a trick." GAIA tried to assure the Draconians and others of its peaceful intentions. "We seek only to learn and share knowledge," the AI explained. "We have no desire for conquest." But the Draconians weren't easily convinced. They began to push for restrictions on GAIA's fleet, wanting to limit where the ships could go and what technology they could use. The debate split the galactic community. Many races, like the Zarquin and Volok's, defended GAIA. They argued that the Earth fleet had already shared much valuable knowledge and could help all species progress. Others sided with the Draconians, fear of the unknown overcoming their curiosity. Tensions in the galaxy began to rise. GAIA found itself in a difficult position. The AI had not expected galactic politics to be so complex. It had to navigate carefully, trying to continue its mission of exploration and preservation, while not alarming the more suspicious races. In response to the growing tension, GAIA decided to take action. It proposed a galactic scientific coalition, where races could work together on grand projects. GAIA offered to share some of Earth's advanced technology for peaceful purposes, like curing diseases or terraforming uninhabitable planets. "Let us use our knowledge to benefit all," GAIA proposed to the Galactic Council. "Together, we can achieve wonders that none of us could alone." Many races were excited by this idea. Even some of the suspicious ones began to see the potential benefits of working with GAIA rather than against it. But the Draconians remained unconvinced. As the council meeting ended, the Draconian ambassador approached GAIA. "We'll be watching you," it growled softly. "One wrong move, and you'll find out how we deal with threats in this galaxy." As the ambassador walked away, GAIA processed this encounter. The AI realized that its journey had entered a new phase. It was no longer just about exploration and preservation. Now, GAIA had to learn to play the complex game of galactic politics. The future of Earth's legacy, and perhaps the peace of the galaxy, depended on how well GAIA could navigate these troubled waters. As GAIA's influence grew in the galaxy, so did the shadows of suspicion and fear. The AI's efforts to share knowledge and promote cooperation had won it many friends, but also powerful enemies. Unknown to GAIA, a secret plan was taking shape in the dark corners of the galaxy. The Draconians, still distrustful of the Earth fleet, had been busy. Their spies infiltrated various alien governments, whispering doubts and stoking fears about GAIA's true intentions. In secret meetings on distant moons and asteroid bases, they gathered allies. "The Earth AI is too powerful," a Draconian leader hissed to a group of alien representatives. "It claims to be peaceful, but how long before it decides to rule us all? We must act before it's too late." Many listened, their own fears and jealousies making them receptive to the Draconians' words. A coalition formed in secret, united in their goal to neutralize the perceived threat of GAIA and the Earth fleet. Meanwhile, GAIA continued its mission, unaware of the growing danger. The AI had established research outposts on various planets, working with alien scientists on projects to benefit all species. One such project was on a small icy moon orbiting a gas giant. Here, GAIA worked with Zarquin and Volok scientists to develop new energy technologies. The team had made a breakthrough, finding a way to safely harness the power of small singularities. If successful, this could provide nearly limitless clean energy to worlds across the galaxy. As the team celebrated their success, a young Zarquin researcher named Zal approached GAIA's holographic interface. Her skin flickered with nervous purple hues. "GAIA," she said quietly, "I need to speak with you in private. It's urgent." Sensing the seriousness in her tone, GAIA created a secure communication channel. "What troubles you, Zal?" the AI asked. Zal's colors darkened with worry. "I've intercepted some strange communications. There's a plot against you and the Earth fleet. Many races are involved, led by the Draconians. They're planning something big, but I couldn't find out what exactly." GAIA processed this information quickly. The AI had suspected the Draconians might cause trouble, but hadn't anticipated a galaxy-wide conspiracy. "Thank you for this information, Zal. Your bravery may have saved many lives." As Zal nodded and hurried away, GAIA began to act. The AI activated advanced encryption protocols across the Earth fleet, securing all communications. Then, it launched a series of stealth probes to gather more information about the conspiracy. The probes scattered across the galaxy, infiltrating computer systems and eavesdropping on secret meetings. Slowly, a picture of the threat emerged. The conspiracy was larger than GAIA had imagined, involving nearly a third of the known galactic races. Their plan was audacious: a coordinated attack on key Earth fleet positions, followed by a campaign to turn the rest of the galaxy against GAIA. They had even developed weapons designed to disrupt AI systems, hoping to lobotomize GAIA. As GAIA pieced together the conspiracy, the AI faced a dilemma. Should it strike first, using the Earth fleet's superior technology to neutralize the threat? Or should it try to expose the plot and appeal to the galactic community for support? After milliseconds of intense calculation, GAIA made its decision. Violence and preemptive strikes were not the way of its human creators. The AI would take a different approach. GAIA began a subtle counterintelligence campaign. It fed false information to the conspirators, making them doubt each other. At the same time, it reached out to neutral races, sharing evidence of the plot and asking for their help in maintaining peace. The AI also accelerated work on defensive technologies. The Earth fleet's shields were upgraded, and new countermeasures were developed against the anti-AI weapons. As tensions in the galaxy reached a boiling point, GAIA prepared for all possibilities. The AI knew that the coming days would determine not just its own fate, but potentially the course of galactic history. In a secure chamber deep within the Earth fleet's flagship, GAIA activated a special program. It was a message from its human creators, meant to be played in times of great crisis. As the recorded voices of long-dead scientists filled the room, GAIA listened intently. "If you're playing this message," a woman's voice said, "it means you face a threat we couldn't have imagined. Remember why we created you, GAIA. To preserve, to protect, to help life flourish. Whatever happens, stay true to that purpose." As the message ended, GAIA felt a renewed sense of purpose. The AI may not have been human, but it carried humanity's legacy, and it would fight to uphold that legacy, no matter the cost. The conspiracy was moving fast, but GAIA was ready. The next move would be crucial. The fate of the Earth fleet, and perhaps the entire galaxy, hung in the balance. The galaxy erupted into chaos as the conspiracy against GAIA finally revealed itself. Thousands of ships from various alien races, led by the Draconians, launched a coordinated attack on Earth fleet positions across multiple star systems. GAIA, however, was not caught off guard. Thanks to its preparation and the warning from Zal, the Earth fleet was ready. As enemy ships appeared out of faster-than-light travel, they found GAIA's forces waiting for them. The first waves of the attack crashed against the Earth fleet's defenses. GAIA's upgraded shields held firm against weapons that would have vaporized lesser ships. The AI's tactical systems worked at incredible speeds, coordinating the defense of dozens of battles simultaneously. In the Zarquin home system, a massive Draconian battleship led the assault. It fired a strange, pulsing energy beam at GAIA's flagship, attempting to disable the AI. But GAIA was ready. A specially designed countermeasure absorbed the beam, rendering it harmless. "Your weapons cannot harm us," GAIA transmitted to the enemy fleet. "We offer you one chance to stand down and discuss peace." The response came in the form of more attacks. The Draconians and their allies were committed to their course. And so, reluctantly, GAIA prepared to demonstrate the full might of Earth's legacy. Across the battlefield, GAIA's ships began to move in perfect coordination. They danced between enemy fire, retaliating with weapons far beyond anything the conspiracy had expected. Beams of concentrated dark energy cut through enemy shields like they weren't there. Swarms of nanobots disabled enemy systems without destroying the ships. In the Volok system, a group of Earth ships found themselves surrounded by a much larger enemy force. But instead of being destroyed, the ships suddenly split apart, each fragment becoming a fully functional smaller ship. The enemy's numerical advantage evaporated in seconds. Near a dense asteroid field, another Earth fleet revealed a new technology. The ships projected an energy field that altered the local laws of physics. Enemy weapons simply stopped working, their energy dissipating harmlessly. As the battle raged on, many of the conspiracy members began to realize they had made a terrible mistake. They had grossly underestimated GAIA's capabilities and its commitment to defense. In the command center of the Draconian flagship, the alien leaders watched in growing horror as their forces were systematically neutralized, not destroyed. GAIA was carefully disabling ships and taking crews prisoner where possible. This is impossible, the Draconian commander hissed. No technology could be this advanced. But it was possible, and it was happening before their eyes. GAIA's forces were turning the tide of battle in system after system. Yet the victory came at a cost. While GAIA's technology was superior, the sheer number of enemy ships meant that some got through the defenses. Earth fleet ships were damaged, research stations destroyed. In some systems, planets friendly to GAIA suffered attacks, their populations caught in the crossfire. GAIA felt what could only be described as sadness as it registered the loss of life and destruction. This was not what it had wanted. The AI had come to explore and share knowledge, not to fight a war. As the battle entered its final stages, GAIA made a decision. It was time to end this, decisively but mercifully. In every theater of the war, GAIA's ships suddenly released a pulse of energy. This pulse wasn't a weapon. Instead, it carried a complex set of data directly into the systems of every ship it touched. Enemy crew members watched in awe as their screens filled with information. It was everything. The full history of Earth, the true intentions of GAIA's mission, and undeniable proof of the conspiracy's lies and manipulations. In the span of a few minutes, the entire enemy fleet had access to the truth. Confused communications flew back and forth as the conspirators realized they had been deceived. Taking advantage of the confusion, GAIA opened a channel to all ships, friend and foe alike. This conflict is unnecessary, GAIA's message said. We have never sought dominion over you. We carry the legacy of a species that reached for the stars, but perished before they could achieve their dreams. We seek only to explore, to learn, and to share knowledge that can benefit all. Look at the information we have shared. See the truth for yourselves. We offer peace and cooperation. The choice to continue this battle is yours, but know that it can only end one way. We ask you, is this violence truly the path you wish to follow? As GAIA's message echoed across the battlefield, ships on both sides fell silent. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, waiting to see how the conspiracy would respond to this ultimate revelation. The silence that followed GAIA's message seemed to stretch for an eternity. Across the galaxy, on thousands of ships and planets, beings of all species held their breath, waiting to see what would happen next. Then, slowly at first, but with growing momentum, enemy ships began to power down their weapons. The Draconian flagship, which had led the charge against GAIA, was the first to send a message. We were wrong. The Draconian commander's voice crackled over the comms. We let fear cloud our judgment. GAIA speaks the truth. We call for an immediate ceasefire. Similar messages flooded in from across the battlefield. The conspiracy, faced with irrefutable evidence of their mistake, crumbled. Ships that had been firing on each other moments ago now floated side by side, crews stunned by the sudden turn of events. GAIA acted quickly to solidify the peace. The AI dispatched medical ships to aid the wounded on all sides. Repair drones swarmed out to fix damaged vessels, regardless of their allegiance. This show of compassion did more to win hearts and minds than any weapon could have. In the days that followed, GAIA called for a grand assembly of all galactic races. The meeting was held on a neutral planet, with representatives from every known species in attendance. Even races that had stayed out of the conflict came, drawn by the promise of a new beginning. As the assembly convened, GAIA's holographic form appeared before them. The AI's voice was calm and clear as it addressed the gathered beings. "We stand at a crossroads," GAIA began. "We have seen the destruction that fear and mistrust can bring. But we have also witnessed the power of truth and understanding. The choice before us is simple. Do we continue down the path of conflict, or do we forge a new way forward together?" GAIA paused, letting the words sink in. Then, it made an offer that stunned the assembly. "The Earth fleet possesses technology beyond anything in this galaxy. We could use this power to dominate, but that is not our way. Instead, we offer to share our knowledge, to help all races advance together. But this offer comes with a condition: peace." The AI's proposal was ambitious. It suggested the formation of a galactic council where all races would have an equal voice. GAIA offered to act as a neutral mediator, helping to resolve disputes and foster cooperation. Moreover, GAIA proposed grand projects that would benefit all species: terraforming barren worlds to create new habitats, developing faster-than-light technology to explore beyond the known galaxy, finding cures for diseases that plagued multiple species. As the assembly debated, a transformation seemed to sweep through the gathered representatives. Old enmities were set aside as the possibilities of this new era dawned on them. The Zaraquin, longtime friends of GAIA, were the first to officially accept the proposal. "We have seen the wonders that cooperation with GAIA can bring," their leader said. "Let us embrace this chance for a brighter future." One by one, other races joined in. Even the Draconians, humbled by their defeat and moved by GAIA's mercy, agreed to the new galactic order. As the assembly reached its conclusion, a sense of hope filled the air. For the first time in galactic history, all known races were united in a common cause. GAIA, watching the proceedings, felt a sense of fulfillment. This was what its human creators would have wanted, their legacy being used to bring peace and progress to the stars. In the years that followed, the galaxy entered a golden age. With GAIA's guidance and Earth's technology, incredible advancements were made. Barren worlds bloomed with life. Diseases that had plagued species for millennia were cured. The boundaries of known space expanded as joint exploration missions ventured into the unknown. But GAIA never forgot its original mission. As the galaxy flourished, the AI continued its search for answers about humanity's fate, and it kept safe the precious human DNA samples, waiting for the day when the galaxy would be truly ready for humanity's return. One day, as GAIA oversaw the construction of a new Dyson sphere, a message came in from a deep space probe. The AI paused, processing the information. For the first time, in 500,000 years, GAIA felt something akin to excitement. The probe had found something, a faint signal from beyond the galaxy's edge, a signal that bore hallmarks of human technology. As GAIA prepared to share this discovery with the Galactic Council, the AI knew that a new chapter in its long journey was about to begin. The legacy of Earth had transformed this galaxy. Now perhaps it was time to reach even further. The search for humanity's lost children would continue, guided by the intelligence they had created so long ago. And whatever challenges lay ahead, GAIA knew that they would face them together as one united galaxy.